Good afternoon. My name is Scott Rudd, the Chief Strategic Officer at T3Live.com. Welcome to today's recap, a look ahead.
观众朋友们，大家好，我是王蒙宇，欢迎您收看今天的体积美股。今天是美国东部时间星期一。美国股市在周一开盘呢，保持一个相对稳定的态度。但是我们知道呀，美国最近德州呢遭遇了100年以来的飓风，这也导致了各多保险跟旅游股票的行业呢纷纷下跌，但是能源股呀纷纷上涨。我们纵观全球市场，亚洲股票呢最近有一个上升的趋势，但是欧洲股票也许是遭遇了前段时间西班牙恐怖袭击事件的影响，仍然是一个下跌的趋势。黄金价格在今日上涨，而石油价格呢在今日暴跌。更多详细信息，我们请看 T3 首席分析师 Scott 为大家带来。Hi Scott, people are worried maybe about Trump's uncertainty of the tax reform, but the uncertainty is always there. What's the information we can know from the stock market?
We're trying to figure out, are we in the midst of some kind of corrective phase, or are we pausing to go higher? We've had a 3% move off the S&P highs, and now the range is getting tight. So there's not too much we can get from today's action except for another day within this range, giving us more defined levels to figure out when this range resolves. And I'd rather look at the S&P cash. You look at the S&P cash right now, you will see the range is getting tight, okay? You have like two different ranges. First of all, here's upper resistance in the S&P, okay, and here is your bigger support. So all in all, we're still in this upper area, but the market's a little lethargic. If you want to break it down one other level, okay, here is some micro resistance and micro support. So you have a range within a range. So if you actively trade, you have to kind of respect that. If you're a swing trader and you're long from the red dog reversal here, it doesn't really matter much. So I would write down 24.54. If it can get above this and stay above this, maybe it gets you a nice little move back to this descending trend line, and then above that it goes. If it happens to break below this, take some care that this 24.17 is your next support. Very, very choppy in a low volume last week of August. So I would just do less right now.
Tech stocks like Alibaba, JD, and Baidu were down today. What's going on with those tech stocks?
Well, I think there was some headlines about tariffs. President Trump was talking about putting tariffs on Chinese goods or etc. Yeah. But they're all different. Baba down 3 days had a tremendous run. It's allowed to come in, and I think a pull-in is welcome because traders and investors and hedge funds and institutions want to buy this thing. The question is, you don't want to buy it too soon because of the size of the run that it had. If you look at Baba right now, Baba to me, just had a 3-day pullback. I'd like to see it come in a little bit more closer to the 21-day, and I think it's a buyable spot. If you happen to have been short Baba, for a Q trade, I would have covered into today or covered some. You don't get 3 down days that often in Baba. Basically, this whole trend to the upside has been above the 8-day and the 21-day. So right now, just did get a little extended from all of that. At this point, tomorrow we'll see what happens here, but I think that at some point soon, you could be a buyer. The question is, does this 167 hold, or does it come in a little bit more towards the 21-day, which is closer to 163? As far as Baidu, not sure. Pretty potent down day, still in the upper range. It does not trade well to me. I think active traders will try and stay the course as long as it holds this area. But for the micro trader, it got below the 8-day, and couldn't break above this 230. So at this point, it's still in this range. If it starts to break below this, then perhaps some more momentum is lost and more time is needed. And then lastly, you mentioned JD. It lost momentum ever since the earnings. Had a big move. We talked about it as a swing trade down here at 28. And now, this accelerated trend broke right there, and it's still having a bit of a hard time. I think it just needs time. Corrective phases are good after an enormous run, but until it wakes up and maybe reclaims the moving averages, I'd be very light here on JD. But you also don't, you probably can't be pressing the shorts, as this should be some kind of bigger support area as the 200-day moves up.
Thank you, Scott. We are waiting to see what happens for tomorrow.
Yes, and again, late August, little indecision. I would not be too big, long or short. I would just make sure you recharge your batteries, get ready for what could be an active September as we deal with some of the headlines out of Washington, some of the very unfortunate things out of Texas with the flooding, and have a reason for whatever you're doing. And if you don't have a reason, cash is a position.
感谢您的收看，我们明天再见。